Hi everyone, welcome to AJ's Diaries. Today I'm going to make a quick meatloaf in air fryer. So here I have mutton, 500 grams of mutton, and I'm going to put in vegetables. You can put any vegetables you have. I have coriander, onions, potato, tomato, chili, and red jalapeno. So I'm just putting them in depending on how much you want. You can increase or reduce the amount. You can add any vegetable you have. So here I put in all the vegetables, one egg, and now I'm going to put in the spices. For this, again, you can change the spices as you wish. I'm going to put a little bit of salt. In here, I put half a teaspoon of salt, and then I have the seasoning here. You can use any type of seasoning you have. This one is for Sikh kebab. I just put in a teaspoon of seasoning. Then I have garlic powder, onion powder, red crushed chilies, and a little bit of paprika. All right, now let's get in there and mix it really well. You want to make sure to incorporate all the spices, the egg, the meat, make it all together. So here I'm just mixing it really well. And then you want to find a baking dish that you can put in that fits in your air fryer. So I have a longer loaf pan that fits in my air fryer, so I'm going to put in there. Oh, here I put in around 2 tablespoons of oil in there. This is just vegetable oil, and then I mixed it well. And now I'm not going to grease it because I already put the oil in there, and I know that the meat is also going to release oil. So I'm just putting all the meat in there and pressing it down really well. You don't want the meat to come all the way to the edge because it will release some water, and you don't want that water to come out of the pan. So just leave some space on top. If you are making it in the oven, you can just cover it with foil and put it in the oven. But since I'm making it in the air fryer, the foil could fly because there is air circulation, so it could fly, get off, and don't want the top to burn. So that's why we want it covered for at least a little more than half of the time that you're baking. So I just covered it with potatoes, like thick slices of potatoes, so that the foil wouldn't fly over. Now I put it in my air fryer, which was preheated for at least 3 minutes before I put it in. I put it in at a 390 Fahrenheit, and I'm going to do it for 20 minutes. So at first with foil on, just put it in for 20 minutes. After it's done, the 20 minutes, pull it out. At this point, I'm going to remove the foil, and I like the potatoes, so I just put them on top of my meatloaf. So take off the foil, put it away. At this point, you will see that there is water in there that, of course, all the vegetables and the meat has released. So we are going to cook it or air fry it now without cover. So you need to do it for 10 minutes. So I'm doing it in increments. So I checked the temperature at multiple places because this is meatloaf and it has vegetables in it. So it was not consistent all around. So I checked it in multiple places. At this point, it wasn't ready. So we do need those 10 extra minutes. So after this, I will put it back in for 5 minutes. Right, let's do it. So 5 minutes. Okay, just checking to see if it's good to go. If it's not, the temperature at this point looked fine, but I wanted to have more color, and I also saw water in there that I wanted to dry out. So if you want the water to, you can actually drain it at this point too. Just take some water, just take it out, and then put it back in, or you can even drain it in the end. So that's what I did. After it was done for 30 minutes, I just drained whatever the water was left in there, and that makes this a really nice juicy loaf. Okay, so now I'm going back in there for the next 5 minutes. All right, all done. So it took 30 minutes for this loaf, meatloaf to bake. I really like those potatoes on top. They tasted really nice. A little charred flavor was really good. And you can see the color is perfect. If you did not put on the foil, if I didn't put on the foil for the first 20 minutes, the top would have been darker. It would have been looked like it would have burned. So just to save that, we want to make sure that we cover it. And here I'm talking about the thermometer. I use it all the time just to check the temperature. If you don't have it for this one, at least you know that you need to air fry it for 30 minutes. If you're doing it in the oven, then you would want to do it longer. It could take between 45 minutes to an hour. All right, so the meatloaf is ready now. You can serve it with salad, bread, or rice. Thanks for watching.